I need drugs. Where they at?
And it's like, I want to have a good relationship with my mother. She sucks.
It is Thursday, everyone, and we are here at Mental Health. And as you can hear from our beginning, one of us needs some drugs. It's only fair. It's very reasonable. He just slid it right in there just before my burp. It worked out perfectly.
That was probably the best lip thing I've heard.
I mean, listen, it was pretty good, right? I'm dealing with Jack Marvel. Beside me is Mr. Dan D.D. Smith, also known as Anus Face. And all the way at the other side is Marco Torres of Upside Down Studios. And today's subject, while we are starting a little bit late, that is my fault. As you can see, I'm very fancy. I was at a thing. But the topic is keep your opinion to yourself. Now, I know the irony of me talking on the internet while I'm talking about your opinion to yourself.
All of us.
All of us.
How we do it on stage?
I will concede that point, sir. I will concede that point. But what this is specifically referring to, Jesus Christ, okay, is the whole idea of I know for myself, if you I would freely give my opinion in my youth. And that caused a lot of frustration, apparently, to many people because I was right and they hated that. It's very frustrating. I'm sure, I know, Marco, you've experienced this too, where you're like, hey, I'm telling you something because I'm right. I'm not telling you because I want you to do things my way. It's because I've done things the other way and they fucking suck. And then as you get older, you just start not respond. People go, hey, do you think this will be okay? I don't know. Because you don't want to be involved. Mark, are you frozen? Yeah, I think Marco's frozen. Okay. Yeah, it happens. So the whole idea is that with everything, sometimes it's easier to, we all want to share information because the only way we share information, or the only reason we share information, is to become better. But ultimately what happens is we end up getting throttled because people are like, I know what I'm doing. They don't know what they're doing. You can trust me. You can't trust that person. Those are just scientifically factual. Dan, what do you think?
Truthfully, experience it speaks for itself. You try to teach people through experience, and like you said, it's a thought, but I did it, so I know it's valid.
Yeah. My thing is this, and especially like you have children, so I'm sure you've experienced this, is that especially when they're in their teens, we've all been teens, and we know that it becomes this crazy thing where you're like, oh, my parents are so stupid, they don't know anything. And you're like, oh, you dumb little piece of shit. You don't know fuck from shit. And people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that they are unaware or unknowledgeable, which is a weird thing. But I don't know. Do you have stuff like that? Oh, there we go. Marco's back. There we go.
Did you guys shut down too?
No,
just you. It's just you, brother.
You know, it was weird on my other computer waiting on the show to start. I was trying to get in this something about the NASA Artemis mission gets destroyed. And as soon as I went to play that, the fucking volume, something went like I couldn't get volume on the video. So I stopped it. I saved it. And I went to, it was the Iran something going on with the war. And I just cleared that so I wouldn't be sucking up, the internet's splitting. And as soon as I clicked out of that, it was like this algorithm figured out what that algorithm was doing. It was like, hey.
It just exploded.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just went and checked my internet connection and my router and everything. Everything was fine. My son's like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? You're in the middle of a show. I'm like, I ain't got a fucking internet.
Hi, Slammeron. This is the thing we were talking about, was like, the fact is that people will stand there and be like, I know what I'm doing. No, they don't. And other people will be like, you can trust me. I got this. They don't got this.
No.
And this is the thing, is like, like I have come to watch you live. Oh, thanks, Bird Creations. I appreciate you. But that's that whole thing, right? Is like we were discussing it the other day too, was the idea that it's easier to fool someone than to show them that they have been fooled. They don't want to see that. And it becomes such a thing where, like, we've done many a times where we're like, hey, we're not sucking from the teat of any administration, but we are calling out nonsense on all administrations. Why? Because there is nonsense everywhere. And people are like, no, 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 no. And you're like, well, okay, can you prove it? I just feel that way. Then you can't prove shit. Right. And it's this weird thing where people who actually know what they're doing will turn around and be like, you just don't understand it. And you're going, okay, explain it to me. Hi, Victoria. And
Hi, Vicky,
and
happy
they're like,
birthday.
well, yes.
Happy birthday.
It's very exciting. I remember our first date. She was like, she asked me my birthday and I asked her birthday and she was like, April 1st. And I'm like, I need to see your ID. I just don't believe you. And she was like, oh, that's fair.
Are you fucking
Give me your ID.
me?
Hey, I'm like, first date, which I don't even know if it's a date or not. Well, yeah, thanks, guys. She says thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I've only met like 2 or 3 people, and she was the first. I had never met anyone with April 1st birthday. Weird.
That's crazy.
But
I mean, going back to what you're saying, like,
yeah.
You know, I do a lot of research and shit, but I mean, a lot of shit has come through that became bullshit or later on has changed. Information has changed. Y'all got to be able to stay fluid. And that's where a lot of people, well, you said this, so you agree. Yeah, I did. I agreed with that at the fucking time. I mean, first of all, I'm fucking schizophrenic, fuckface. So it could be any one of me you could be talking to at any number of time, and none of them agree with each other. And
that's true.
But
I see that.
But I mean, you know, just okay. I found some information that proved me wrong or made me change my. Hell, I feel like I've even hit some Mandela effects where there's some shit where I fucking knew I knew, and then I went back just to be like, make sure I got the fact, you know, get crispy on the subject, and it is nothing that I remember. Nothing. Not even fucking close. That drives me nuts, dude.
It's very frustrating. You know, do you know what's up? Dr. Janif was chatting with us earlier today on Morning Motivational Rant. He's like, Dino looks like a street vendor judge. I mean, that would be a street vendor judge or extremely corrupt lawyer. I'm okay with either one of them, but those are
either way, he has my money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, it's funny. So when I would dress like this when I worked at a bank, and I had longer hair, but I just had it all like just wet and just slicked back. And I would have the Jewish guys in the neighborhood come and start talking to me in Yiddish. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not Jewish. They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm Greek.
I had to be like, did you just call me a Jew bastard?
LMAO or sells used Bibles. You don't want to know how they use. Dino looks handsome. Thank you, Victoria. All right, I'm playing. Yeah, no, that's fine. Hey, trust me, I walk in a room with a suit on. There's been many times I was in a tux. I walked up to a club where all of my nieces and nephews were hanging out just because a few were visiting from Greece. And I'm like, oh, you're there? Good. And they're like, hey, there might be a line there. I'm like, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
You gotta get to a good black barber and crisping up the sides. Your beard's looking a little fluffy. You gotta crisping it up a little bit.
Trust me, I gotta get it all trimmed up and things.
You know, you don't gotta take too much of the length off just so it don't look so pillowy like a fucking Care Bear's ass.
I need to get it straightened, like just trimmed, just shaped really nicely, and the strays to get taken up. But yeah, that's I've walked up to doorman and I'm like, move, and they're like, yes, sir. I'm like, this don't even open. Don't look me in the face, lest I put a pox on your family.
And to get back to what you were saying earlier about the whole minding your own business, or keeping your opinion to yourself. I think and correct me if I'm wrong, Dino, but I think he's meaning more of situations in life, like, you know, sometimes, like, say for instance, everybody says that if a woman gets hit by a man or something, that automatically you're gonna step in and do something about it. but you didn't see 10 seconds earlier where that chick tried to stab him or try to rob him or maybe went to his face or whatever. So sometimes you want to mind your own business. Now there's other times where it's blatantly like, hey, stop that motherfucker. He's trying to hurt somebody. He's gonna hurt that girl. You know, there's levels of that. And the people like to smear that line some. And then, you know, the victim ends up being the man who's getting fucking, or woman who's getting persecuted.
Oh yeah. Well, that's, everyone knows, and I don't think everyone has always known, but it's very much a factor right now where people will turn things around because they know if they're the victim, everyone will believe whatever they say. And you're like, that's a problem. Dino headbutts bitches at bars. No, I headbutt men in bars. And trust me, it's awesome to watch.
Dino doesn't headbutt anybody at bars because that means he would bend. He'd like have to bow to headbutt somebody. Have you met
like
Dino?
A giraffe? Just
yeah, headbutt is not now. Now I can imagine that big thing coming down like a pendulum right on top of somebody's head. But I don't see Dino doing that. You know, you might catch a fucking hammer fist or something like that. But unless he's biting something on a plate, his fucking head ain't coming down that low.
Accurate. Also, I'm going to get on Dan too, looking like he picks up chicks at Planet Fitness. He definitely picks up chicks at Planet Fitness.
That would be a step 100%. Up. Who said that? That would be a step up. Fucking, you know, congratulate him. You know, you need to buy that man dinner or some shit right there. And to say that's a step up for a man who can barely step, shit.
Well,
it is an awkward step, but whatever.
That was aggressive. That was aggressive. Dino was raised on off bison milk. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong.
Here, this is mental health, so I'm venting this out. And I'm glad Fuckface is here next to me. So and Dino is the third party. Dino is a 7-foot Nephilim man. You know, he is, and he's in another country. He has no salt in the game. True. Now, if a gentleman friend of yours goes, you meet him at a bar, comedy club, whatever, you guys are about to do some business later. We guys are sitting at the bar, and the man says, "Hey," the man says, "Hey," to the bartender, I got my buddy's drink. I order my usual double Jack on the rocks, side of Coca-Cola, side of Coca-Cola. I look to my right and I see this barmaid. Like, just that she has like this chocolate sauce out and she has this little glass. Like, there's a ton of people around. In no means in my head or in my mind would I think that I'm buying this drink for another man. 10 minutes later, after this concoction this woman put together with all kind of fucking chocolatey little gayness on top of it, he pulls the straw out and puts it next to my face and says, "Hey, try it." Bitch, we're in the middle of a bar. Dino, what does the judge say?
I get real up close and personal with this one. That's gay. that is super gay. I think Marco just throws gay. God damn it. Bro,
I say y'all are both insecure in your masculinity.
No, I'm insecure in your proximity to my butthole. That's what it is. That's Tino said you are not the father. Yeah. He is a Neanderthal Viking from the mountains of the Caucasus. No, from the mountains of Greece, my friend. I am from the old country, and I will rain hell on the universe. Bro, I don't know. I don't even know why Marco froze at this point. This is fucking bullshit.
Because he knew his shit was not that legit.
What was the drink that you ordered,
Dan? I ordered a chocolate martini. I said, try it. It's fucking good. And instead of giving him my glass to drink it out of, as a bartender, if anybody wanted to try a drink, that's how you do it without
straw. Yes, I'm aware. That I am aware. To determine that was a lie. Listen. I'm not saying you're wrong. Hold on, Marco's back. There we go. Okay. I don't know. I don't know
Dude,
why.
you froze when your face went right up close, like up close and personal. And then I'm waiting for this fucking, like, you're giving suspense, and then my internet went out.
Bro, I just was like, that's gay. Just immediately, I'm like, that's super gay. And the funny, okay, so this is the thing. So Dan mentioned while you were gone, he tried to defend himself. So it's like, as a bartender, if someone's like, taste this, you put a straw in, cap it, and you taste it. Which, yes, that is what bartenders do. However, men to men, never.
Dan ain't no fucking bartender. Don't let him bullshit you.
This motherfucker, I bartended for years.
Yeah. No.
Ah, this woman is sweating like a snitch at a gangster party.
Don't motherfucking baby bird me up in the motherfucking bar.
That's 100% what it was. That's 100%.
He fucking baby birded me with this chocolate fag drink. I don't know, and so we don't offend nobody. I mean cigarette. Drink.
Hey, that's the funny thing is, like, people, I find that weird when people are like, hey, this drink is great, do you want to try it? And I'm like, no, I'll order one.
Yeah,
and I'll just suffer through the consequences.
Even when my old lady does that, my old lady does that to me all the time. You want to try this? No. If I wanted it, I mean, it looks good, smells good.
Sure.
But I have my shit in front of me. I know what my mind is set on. You're fucking it up right now.
It very much. So this is the thing: is if I'm in a suit, I'm probably getting an espresso martini. If I'm not in a suit, I'm probably getting either Ryan Ginger or just whiskey or a Guinness or an Irish car bomb, something very manly. Because I like, if I'm drinking, I'm drinking to get the job done, not to be like, oh, I'm just gonna have a little bit. No, I'm gonna have 17 beers, and then I'm gonna laugh at you as you get a ticket, and I don't. It'd be hilarious.
And just to prove the point, we'll even go to the gayness of gayness. Like, these fucking drinks are so good. I went on stage and told them, shit, I'm straight, but I might have to suck your dick for another one of these drinks. That's how fucking good it was. Up at the Daily Press, this little gay kid, I forget what his name is, but this motherfucker can make this chocolate, coffee, whiskey, whatever the fuck. Sure. Dude, fucking awesome drink. But not once. Not like I told Dan, I hit him to, I was like, these are fucking awesome. Not once did I dip my finger and try to lick it up. Not once did I try to baby.
Listen.
I've even drank gayer than that at the taqueria that we used to have at the Funny Farm. Fucking awesome, slushy fucking raspberry margaritas. I even talked about how gay I felt on stage while I was drinking a motherfucker, but they were awesome. Never did I pull out the little fucking umbrella. Here, you want to taste a little soy?
This is the thing too. Is like the you froze with your hand like this. I'm like, God damn it! But yeah, you're back. You're good.
Okay.
Also too, like that's the thing is like the straw. If you were both active bartenders and this was your night out and he was like, hey, try this, I get it. You're both bartenders. Remember, this is field test. This is more
now,
like
you get your little one of them little shot cups, them little plastic shot cups.
Sure. But if anyone dipped their finger in and be like, try this, I'd be like, do you want to fight?
I don't. It was a straw.
It might as well, but it was in your mouth. That's worse.
No, it wasn't.
That is worse. Especially if you were like, here, try this, and then put the other side like fucking
like a spitball.
No, yeah, I just suck it out.
Next time, I don't give a fuck if I have a beer. I'm gonna grab a big ass straw, I'm gonna suck it, and I'm gonna blow the motherfucker right at you. Just out of principle. Fuck that.
That's going to look like you pissed on him. I'll be honest with you. And that is not going to go well. I'll just let you know.
No, it probably will.
That's going to look gayer. I'm going to put that big thing in my mouth and I'm going to suck it and then I'm going to spit it all over you. What kind of gay porn you been falling asleep to?
I mean, excessively, I would say. Excessively gay. Not even mildly gay. It's just very, very aggressively and forceful. I don't know. This is the thing too, is like it's very weird. I also find that men only want information, and I say this from experience, at very specific times, right? Don't bring me new information when we're halfway through stuff. I don't need that. That's not helpful. You're ruining everything. You know, if you pointing out, oh, have you considered this? I will smack a fresh one right in your face. Just, I don't need you. Give me all the information that's pertinent at the beginning, and I will deal with it. Don't ask questions. But this sounds like he joined the gang for the gang bangs. That's 100% true. Everybody joins the gang for the gang bangs. If you didn't, a little gay.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, gang bangs,
gang.
Little gay. I mean, if the gang bangs was just all male experience, don't want that.
It was a
No, thank you.
lightsaber battle. That's a problem.
Yeah. Not into the sword fights. That's not really my
Yeah,
style.
well,
Everyone, but
no.
hey,
Did you say something about that last night? A joke that we were talking
What?
about. I just saw it somewhere. Something about-
I checked out on you after the fucking chocolate martini incident.
that's
Hey,
fair.
but the universe was trying to pull some gay shit on us both yesterday. No lie. Because like there was the way the steps are in this place, terrible. And they have old carpet on it. Lights
Oh.
were off. Fucking Dan went down, like he went to go put his foot down. Totally missed it. It wasn't even Dan's fucking fault. Because right after
Hey.
Dan, I damn near land fucking dick the butt on him. I had to do everything in my power to fucking Jedi myself and matrix up against the wall. Damn near pull my hip out of place.
Bro.
Fuck. Dude.
Hey, Megan.
Megan.
That's
Yeah.
wild. Okay, that
If
is
I'd
some
have
wild-
landed on top of him, I'd have just went home. I'd have went home because right in the doorway was our dude Dave, who runs the thing, and the promoter Dave, who owns the thing, and the Daves were right there looking right at that gay shit.
Damn. Yeah, that'll take the wind out of your sails. Let's be honest. That will immediately, cause a disruption. As they
Like, I
say.
couldn't even ask him if he was okay when he was down. Like, I had to pop up and get out of there. I went to and see it. When he sat down, I walked up to him. I was like, bro, you all right? You sure you're okay?
You could,
That's like the guy who falls off the treadmill and then starts doing push-ups. Like, no, I meant to do that. I'm good. That's fine.
there's like
no
2
issue.
more steps after the end of the fucking
Yeah,
handrail.
it's a fucked up, it's a weird thing.
Like-
And there's no rail there neither.
There's nothing worse than uneven or very narrow steps, like very short. So you can't put much of your foot on there. And I'll tell you, it's because a lot of the staircases in Greece are marble and they don't stop, have a landing, and then continue. Like they just go around corners. And when they go around corners, they will be triangular steps.
Yeah.
And those steps, if you're too close to the center, suddenly is this big. And you're like, I can't even fit my toes on there. I got giant fucking size 14 feet, people. It's
Dude, and then the
Yeah.
stair, you ever been
Every
on
step
like
for me is like that. Well, I
Like
was
it-
13.
them little fucking staircases that go up to like somebody put a fucking bedroom or party room in the attic, like the attic's attic of the house. So they got them little twisty fucking same concept as yours, but they're wooden and they're only about that fucking big
Hey.
all the way up.
those spiral staircases, the little ones that people are like, oh, it's at the top of a cathedral. And I'm like, yeah, I'll die in that. Like, do you understand? That's like me walking
Yeah,
through. a
Batman.
station.
Didn't Batman fall down that shit?
It's not like, I'll be honest with you. People were like, you can get up if you go sideways. And I'm like, hey, man, send me a picture. I'm not going up there. Okay. This is just not going to happen. Like, it's a great view. And I'm like, I'd rather take a rope than go through that fucking winding staircase.
I want to see that. Pull yourself up.
All right,
the road.
Dr. Dandruff, have a good one. We'll touch base on Instagram. I saw the follow. We'll talk. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where 100% that if you fell on top of him and knowing Dan, he'd probably get up ass first, like just and you're like, hey, none of that.
Nope.
Press F to fail. Hey y'all, hello. I don't know. Have you guys ever? I know for myself, I've had times where I'm like, have you checked that? Are you sure that's okay? Just because I'm like, I can tell it's not okay. and the guys working on it were like, "We know what we're doing," and I'm like, "Okay,
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, hey, you guys checked that, right? You're not. Are you turning it on because you checked everything?" And they're like, "We know what we're doing." Sorry, my bad. I walk away and immediately hear a boom, and I'm like, "There you go, go fuck yourself."
Yep.
It's
Yep.
very.
I do that to my kids all the time. I'll tell them, look this way. Nope, I figured out a better. You sure? You can do it that way. Yeah. Are you positive? You don't want to look more into that. Yep. Okay. Then not even 20 minutes later, Dad, I need your help with this. Why?
There you go.
What? Did you do this? No. Why not? Were you told to do that? Yeah. Why didn't you do it?
I mean, so hold on, let me address this. Press F to fail says was looking for a safe space to talk about literally everything, fully respectful and a little self-ironically. Am I in the right place?
You
So,
don't need to be
we-
like we're very offensive. And
Yeah.
we're very like you could be as offensive as you want also. But
Yeah.
you know,
We will not. So, we will make fun, but we won't attack. Let's be fair, right?
I
But
don't
at
know
the
about
same
that.
time, calm down. But at the same time, this is a safe space in that you can speak your truth, but the consequences of your actions will be held in the same with that freedom. That is the cost of freedom, right? So while you are welcome to share and to partake in any way you'd like, I would, that's the thing I'm talking about. Maybe. We welcome you and love for you to stay and feel free to involve yourself. Just know that sometimes some words get said and they are factually correct, yet audibly offensive to most people. Just saying. That's factual. Dan's the worst out of all of us. He's very, very mean to everyone.
Yeah, wait till Greg gets on.
You know what?
Greg's-
Fuck all. Fuck you
Greg's
both.
loud
Fuck you
and
both in your
obnoxious.
assholes. You can suck my ass, you motherfucking piece of shit.
I
love
mean,
both.
you probably like
Fuck
it.
you both.
Probably like it.
Maybe. Fuck it. Bitches,
I mean-
why not?
My coping mechanism is making jokes about my trauma in the most self-offensive way possible. Oh, then you're definitely in the right place. Don't worry about
I
it.
tell jokes about like that all the time. These guys help me.
Yeah.
I pick
Yeah.
up jokes.
I-
from the shit
I
they
used to
say.
You
be
think the
550
jokes about Dan's legs are fake?
Yeah. So
Real.
I used to be 550 pounds and I lost a bunch of weight. So now I hate fat people. In turn, Dan can't avoid cars, lost his leg
I
because he
used to
got
be
hit
a
by one.
runner. I know I have my leg. I just
And
lost
now he's a
hobbler.
pogo stick. I don't know. And Marco somehow is frozen again. So when I started
it was a
conversation with a
bonus,
dark
yeah,
joke.
probably work better.
Yeah, you can start it with anything you want, by all means. We are talking about keeping your opinions to yourself, and that idea of sharing information isn't always welcome. But if you'd like to start with a dark joke, you are more than welcome to.
See, when I read that before, this is what we're gonna do is keep your opinion to yourself.
There he is.
My thing about that
Yeah.
is, you can say your opinion.
Yes.
I don't have to believe your opinion, and I sure as fuck don't want you to force it on me. You are entitled
Sure.
to your opinion.
Hmm.
You can tell me.
To
Doesn't mean I
a
have to
point, because
agree
if
with
we have
it.
the same opinion over and over and over again, and I'm tired of hearing that opinion, then I'm gonna tell you and your opinion to go fucking walk somewhere.
So this is the thing, Dan, is that you are entitled to your opinion. At what point does sharing or discussing altering opinions turn into somebody being quote unquote preachy about their opinion?
When they won't debate it. They're not open to debate. Their opinion is fact. Their opinion is life. It's real. That's that. There is nothing else.
Okay. So press F to fail asks, what's the reverse exorcism? So are you familiar with
Possession.
exorcism? What's the reverse exorcism? No, a reverse exorcism is when the demon, what is it? It's
It's a possession.
no, it's a joke.
Exorcism is out possession. Oh, okay, it's a joke. Never mind.
It's a joke. I think it's when the demon wants to get out of the kid because of the priest. I forget what the joke is, but it is funny. Hit us with it. It's when there we go. It's when the demon is trying to get the priest out of the child. Boom. Well done. I mean, it's dark, it's accurate, but hey.
I mean, Ed screams Epstein.
Oh,
Isn't it
that.
weird that instead of priest now everyone's like, oh, Epstein type guy, and you're like, ooh, that's horrible.
Speaking of that, I did want to ask you guys,
Hit us.
because I didn't read enough about it. Because I just seen that he fired Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you
I heard
fire her because he wants more the Epstein files released?
Well, I mean,
It's kind of what I read, but I'm not sure.
In my personal opinion, Pam Bondi was just hot. Everything else, like we talked about it before she got put up for her position. Like she got a lot of shady shit in her past going on, and I'm sure, and it had a lot to do with the Star people and all that shit too.
Oh.
And I hate to say it, but once again, you know, y'all keep talking shit about the funny little painter. I was looking more and more like somebody warned everybody about this shit. Whether you're for or against what we're doing, it's still happening.
Yeah.
And y'all was warned against this shit. And to this day, y'all talk shit about him. Just saying. Just saying. Ruined the mustache and everything.
So you can be who you are, and I respect that, but don't try to change my mind on that. I won't do the same. I can respect you and still don't. That's 100. So this is the weird thing is that
didn't Dr.
even
Seuss
us
quote that?
I mean, possibly.
You say Dr.
Seuss.
The whole idea, and that's some of the things, like we don't share all the identical opinions between the three of us. Like Dan prefers women who have dentures. It's his opinion.
No, Dan prefers women who can't afford their dentures.
Now, that was the last one. One before that.
Smart guy, eh? Smart guy. But yeah, no, and so that's a good point. It's not about winning an argument. We can end the conversation with agreeing on not agreeing. Oh, 100%. It's are we both more
I don't know
intelligent?
about that one. There's some arguments I just go into just to be like, fuck you, dude. I'm fucking right.
Yes, and you're getting help with that and trying to become a better person. Someday you might be.
Who told you that? That's a lie. That's a blatant.
I try to keep an open mind to things, but at some point you're just like, look, you're just a fucking idiot, dude. Look, just look.
I think that has to do with when, like Dan was saying, it's like when we can exchange thoughts and become smarter because we've exchanged our thoughts. Doesn't mean our opinions have changed, but we can move on with our lives.
Right.
Whereas some people, and I think this is more so, is when you bring up reasonable points and say, well, what do you think about this? And they're like, well, that's just not true. That's just not. And you're going, hold on, I provided proof, and you in turn just ignored it. That's not a fair discussion, right? In turn, now you're just a piece of shit. And then at the same time, I would, definitely say, bro, Pam Bondi is 60 years old. She looked great for 60.
Yeah.
If you turn in a college paper, if you write a paper, you fact check it. You put your facts in, you put your footnotes in, all that other craziness.
Right.
Now, the professor is not going to give you a grade based on, well, this is what I think it is. You have facts.
I don't know about that. Especially with these colleges these days.
I went to school in the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
That is not the same environment.
The racism that was left over in the 90s, the very little sprinklings of racism is nowhere near the racism of the 20 whatever the fucks.
No,
this George Floyd racism is fucking don't even make sense.
No, it's very weird. Can I be on 100 honest? Always. We encourage, listen, be honest. Don't be a twat. That's all. And if you're like, honestly, I'm a twat, you're like, I can't win them all. That's just how it is. I'm looking at young pictures of Pam Bondi. I think she looks hotter now in a lot of her pictures.
Dude, did you see
when she was young?
Did you see the shit with Kristi Noem?
What about her?
Oh my god!
About
her husband.
Yeah,
you hear about the husband just coming out? just
huge titties. Apparently, he's like, well, this is how I like to dress, and you're just like,
and then he was
Best
part
of
of
luck.
some kind of like the rumors was he was a prostitute, a male prostitute.
that's gotta hit worse. I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know
if you-
somebody who found out about that shit like through some internet shit and just happened to be checking up on the fuck. That's why I'll never forget the chimpanzee that ate that lady, like ripped her body
Yeah,
apart. Because this friend of mine was on doing work on her laptop, so she didn't want to change what she was doing, so she went on her husband's laptop to look that up, and she found out that her husband was selling his ass and dragged on Craigslist in Youngstown, no less. Oh, dude, terrible, terrible.
It's weird. Like, I just don't.
And Christy Noem is hot.
Yeah.
She is hot, like
Yeah, but
Jessica
see-
Alba hot.
But you know as well as I do, the hotter they are, the crazier they are.
But the better the pussy.
Yeah,
That's the
ooh.
trifecta.
Oh no!
That's the trifecta right there.
No. Why do you think I like girls with no teeth?
That's gross. That's fucking
That
gross.
is gross. Okay, hold on.
I figured I might
Example.
roll right into it.
This whole gender being fluid thing is not for me. I understand that people are really expecting that and it's their reality, but I never walked the lightest bit on their shoes, so I can't. That's true. Not mentioning I grew up in a conservative culture, also fair. So I respect them for being and feeling the way, and I never say they're wrong. But as soon as they start barking at me, oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm done.
Man,
You know why?
you're not
Because
wrong.
you being gay doesn't mean I have to be gay. Because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
being gay.
Or
I'm
accept-
old school.
I-
I remember when trans fats meant good chicken, not some weirdo in a dress.
And I don't want to change their minds, and I don't want their minds to be no, not interested in any of that. Also, English is my first language, so I hope. Yeah, no, that's fine. You're doing great. Press F to fail.
Yo no
speak-
hablando.
Here's the
Primero
question. What is your
uno. Primero
what is your
número
native
uno.
language? Could you tell us what your native language is? That would be great. So no. I have friends who are gay. Actually, I have quite a few friends. Some married, some single, some just slutting it out there. And that's fine. But you're like, yeah, but like I have other friends who make bad choices on a regular basis, and I will just slowly pull away. Yeah, Dan is definitely one of them.
But it's not usually. It's just about women.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Dino pulls out quick too. You know, that's why he
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
got no kids.
Right. I was taught at a very young age. Careful, just remove it. They won't know.
Back up. You don't need no beeper. Just back up.
That's horrible. But yeah, no. This is the thing is, I don't care if you're gay. I'm asking why you're acting like a woman.
Yeah.
That's my issue. That's my biggest issue is I don't care that you're gay. Why are you acting like a woman?
An ugly,
That's
mean woman. I
Also-
thought your whole
also true.
point was to change over you don't feel pretty inside, or you want to feel. I mean, nobody wants to be with a mean, ugly trucker woman. And how would you feel if the fucking the dude that you want to be with switches to being, or vice versa, or whatever you want to be with, switches to the trucker of the opposite sex, just because you were an asshole?
We're gonna have to ask Pam.
I mean, yeah, I'm not conform with homos as well, but I'm fine if it's working for someone. Yeah, exactly. The nicest people I've met were gay men, so I want so I want to see gay making out in front of. Do I want to see gay making in front of me? No. Do I want them to get a motel for the privacy? Yes. Would I say the exact same thing to heteros? Sure. Yeah, I'm Polish, living in Germany. Oh, that's cool. I have one of my grandfathers was banished from Greece and lived like an entire life in Poland, and I'm almost confident that I definitely have
All right,
relatives.
did
in
I
Poland
just
now.
hit
Anyway.
another Mandela effect?
What?
Because when I was growing up, it was always the dumb Polak jokes, and he made more sense than most motherfuckers do here in America.
No, so this is the funny thing
Did
about
the
that
dumb
because
Polacks die off? We can't even use that racial preference no more.
I'll tell you why. They didn't have war in their country for long enough for everyone to get smart. That's what happened. That's literally what it is.
I mean, he sounds pretty fucking on the ball. Fuck it. We don't want to see that shit. Take that shit somewhere else. You got every right to do it. Just
Well, yeah.
do it in your own fucking
Hey.
shit.
If I saw a man and woman making out, I'd be like, hey, fucking get a room. What are you doing?
It depends. It depends. I
Nope.
just,
I-
you know,
Hey, it's specifically when I want to ruin their night. That's when I want to do it. If I want to ruin your night, I just walk up back, hey, fucking get a room, loser. And they're like, oh. But saying
I'd
I
ask you
don't
if you
want
wanted
to
to
see how
join.
they make out is offensive, but demos with gay porn being shown on big screen with little kids. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're dealing with that stuff too, and it's fucking stupid because you're like, well, I have to teach kindergartners about gayness. You're like, you haven't taught them about being straight. Why are you teaching them about being gay? Maybe calm
kindergartners need to
down.
be taught ABCs.
Yeah.
Even then,
kindergartners-
maybe not.
They need to be taught like 1 + 1, 1 + 2.
Yes, add
you
and
know,
subtract without a fucking calculator. Teach them how.
cows go moo. Bulls go moo. But bulls and cows aren't the same.
I mean,
You
another
go trying to
joke-
milk a bull and it's the wrong kind of milk.
Hold on. I'll say another joke.
udder is
is from
longer.
Chris Hempsfield. What's better than a silver medal in the Paralympics? I believe there's an answer to this question that is quite offensive, which is what's better than the silver medal in the Paralympics? Being able to walk. It's very simple. It's just not being retarded. That's the advantage. But please hit us with a punchline. Yeah, no, I don't look, I don't like it. Yeah, and being able to walk.
Yeah. My joke is better about the fucking Special Olympics.
What's that?
What's the funniest race of them all?
I don't know.
What race?
The one at the Special Olympics.
I hate you for ruining jokes for me. Yeah, no. So you should know as well, Press to Fail. We are also comedians, all of us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are in the know for jokes that are making their rounds. And hey, don't think that just because I know them doesn't make them not funny. It is
Yeah.
still funny. We are just
Timing is everything.
also true. Yeah, I don't see this. Bro, what's the
Let-
funniest race? Paralympics. Yeah, it's 100%. What? Yeah.
You've
gotta
been
find-
thinking about that all night. This fucking cocksucker. You've been seeing kids with helmets on and
Oh.
slobber coming down there, fucking the waiter boots on, just running in waiters.
Well, this is the thing too.
Now
is,
you're
like,
stereotyping.
I'm all
Yeah, you're right.
I'm all for people with disabilities or challenges being able to do. Someone's got a phone call. What's going on here?
You
You guys
hear
hear
that
that?
too?
Yeah,
It's weird.
that's an old school like
Not mine.
I'm getting a phone call on my analog phone kind of thing.
It's kind of feels like somebody's listening in on the conversation. It's
hey,
like one of them things.
NSA, plug it out, unplug it, and plug it back in. If you here, I bet I can find a dark humor joke you don't know. That probably. Hey, if not, get a 5-pack of gift subs. Otherwise, you have to tell me the worst joke you know. It has to be so bad it gives us chills. Ooh,
Oh,
very
that's
possible.
easy.
How are you guys? We're good. We're just talking shit. I was very late today, so I'm a mom of disabled child. I'm allowed to make fun of handicapped people. I mean,
I
See
got a
that,
lot of
dude?
disabled people in my family, and I got a disabled fetish. So I'm gonna just let you know. I'm gonna just, I had them legs going like the nunchucks, like.
Is it my mic?
I don't know.
feel like it
Maybe-
might be because we're talking to somebody from Poland, and they got a lot of fucking governmental issues at the moment.
Oh no, Poland's having a great time.
I
Is it?
unplugged and
Oh,
plugged
no,
mine
no,
back
that's
in.
Canada. Canada got fuck shit going on with the internet. too.
Canada is fucked. Hey, Poland right now is the ones where they're like, no, we don't want any immigrants. We're good. And you're like, well, he goes, yeah, can go through the normal thing. Oh, but we want to be refugees. Nope, we're good. And it's like, suck it. Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Why did the pervert cross the road? He was stuck in the chicken. Oh,
Well, he didn't. You gotta say that when you say that. You gotta say his dick was stuck in the chicken.
No,
Why?
dude.
Why?
The chicken
Why do you
crossed
have
the
this
road because he
theory?
was running from the black guy. Fuck you guys. That's how you fix that joke. And or for Polish people, why did the goat cross the road?
Oh, because his dick was stuck in the goat.
No, because he was getting away from the Muslim.
I thought so. Hold on, press F to fail. I thought your government was doing good. I thought they were doing a good job. They put up those walls and they were open firing on people who broke through their border walls. It's pretty good. Great. Yeah, black people are allowed to say the N-word, so it should work for me. I mean,
are you an N-word?
Oh, you're an asshole.
Hey, one of the best jokes. Hey, this goes back to like the 90s.
Fair.
The best joke I heard about Polish people was, how can you tell if a Polish guy? And this is on a work site with tons of Polish guys. Okay, and a black guy walks up to me and goes, "Hey, you want to hear a joke about Polish people?" And I'm like 17. I'm like, all right. And all the Polish guys, all of a sudden, Polish guys' heads just lean out and like, the fuck. And I'm like, sure. And he goes, how can you tell if a Polish guy's got dandruff? I'm like, how? He's like, look at his shoes. And I'm like, every guy there that was Polish started looking at his shoes. We're like, fuck you guys. We're like, it's a funny joke, man.
I love when you go into a room and you tell a joke that's pretty racially charged, and all the white people are afraid to laugh until the black people do.
Yeah. Then I make a point of making sure that the black guy laughs first.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I'm like, if the black person laughed, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you guys think about it.
You were there. You heard it.
This is interesting. I love their politics on refugees, but the women's rights are terrible. I would like an explanation. Press F to fail. Please explain. Chris, knock, knock. Hit me. Who's there? I don't know. Hey, this is the same thing. I was telling
Prince
who's
Andrew.
there? Prince and
I'm thinking he meant Andrew.
Prince and who?
I don't know. I'm Prince and so
Who?
knock knock. Who's there? Prince and
Who?
Oh, Prince Andrew. Oh, Chris, I had high hopes for that. Abortion is illegal, and as soon as a doc confirms a pregnancy in Poland, you have to prove you gave birth, so you can't go to another country to have an abortion because they'll put you in jail. So we all have mixed feelings of the subject. But like, listen, do I think abortion should be legal? I don't. So my opinion on it is I don't think it should be illegal. That's number one. But also, like I went to school with a girl who used it as birth control, and it fucking rubs me the wrong way. I know I'm not allowed to have an opinion, but I'm just like, that's not the whole idea behind it. But at the same time, what are you gonna do, right? Also, who needs abortion when you just fall down the stairs? Sorry, it's just jokes, everyone. Calm down. Where did Joe go after getting lost in a minefield? Everywhere. This is not a funny joke, Chris. It's a hilarious joke. It's not
hilarious.
A funny joke.
That is fucking
hilarious. Not funny. Not funny. Hilarious. There are no exceptions. Women has died because the child did, and the body refused to get it. Yeah. See, that's stupid. That's a. You got to figure it out.
That's not an abortion.
That's not an abortion.
Fetus died. What is that called?
I know the procedure is a DNC, but yeah, it's a miscarriage.
Yes. I don't remember what a DNC.
That's the problem. And this is the problem is that if there's a problem with the baby, deal with it. That's like okay. If the baby's not viable or the baby's going to have catastrophic health issues. I get it. I don't like that you have to make that decision, and I don't feel that you should be burdened by it, but I don't think that's anyone else's option. You may feel burdened, you may not. Nobody can put that on you, but that's and I'm fed up fat old men telling women what to do. I mean everyone's tired of being told by fat old men what to do. It's not just women. And I'll be honest, as a fat old man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to be less fat and tell less people what to do. But
See, to me,
if I could go back up to 700 pounds and live forever and just boss people around, I would. I just can't. So
to me, abortion is a necessary evil.
Yeah.
You
I would agree with that.
It's something that you don't want to be like, hey, I'm having a, no, like that fucking idiot Kamala when they had the abortion bus in front of the campaign thing. That was the most, that was the sickest thing I could ever think of in my life. Because a lot of times for a woman, that is a hard choice. That is like, a big thing. Now, and on the other hand, I've seen plenty of the ones like Dino was talking about who use it as birth control. They're on their fucking 8th abortion or whatever. Your fucking pussy smells like a graveyard. I mean,
listen, and that's
that is the premise. That is a motherfucking premise right there.
That is a fucking premise.
It used to be a joke. I used to say graveyard and dead flowers.
Hey, and this is the other thing was that I've sent everybody this is the one girl is like, oh yeah, I had an abortion before coming here. It was twins. And a girl in the background goes, damn, double homicide. And she's like, bitch. And you're just like, that hurts. Why rule over women's body in the first place? Why not make vasectomies, which are reversibly obligated? I'll tell you why. Because in actuality, and this is going to sound very maybe conservative or maybe very overreaching, but they do this because they can. And this is not me talking against women. It's just factual. Is that you're small and you need men. And the problem is somewhere down the road, everybody thought that their opinions matter. Listen, owning property is 300 years old, maybe 4 at max. If you weren't royalty or you were a businessman of such high ranking that the royalty had to appease you. Okay. So it's only been in the last few hundred years that we've been able to own property and have wealth, and the common fucking idiot can have $1 million instead of going, I'm a genius. And you're like, no, you're not. You're just fucking, that's not fucking genius. That's just light. And you lucked out. Other people are geniuses and they're homeless. Why? It's just weird shit. But that's the fact is, as long as there's someone who is stronger and more powerful, they will use that to hold you down, right?
Now, she put obligated to get a vasectomy.
No, it's reversible.
I understand that.
If men get it and then, oh, I want to be a father, you just get it reversed. The whole thing is it's the same thing with birth control and condoms and like that is like, hey, the reason for them being there is great. The problem is people will abuse things that are great until they become dog shit, right? This is the natural.
My biggest problem with the whole situation is first of all, I'm a firm believer it's nobody's business but the two people that are involved.
Oh yeah,
and that is the biggest fucking problem I have. It's only a one-sided thing. Yeah. I know guys who I've watched personally break down begging for a chick not to have an abortion. That he would take care of the child, him and his family with her. Broke down, and because she was mad at him or that they couldn't be together or something or other, she went and had the abortion. And that's hurts. Bullshit. And then on the other hand, okay, if you want it and he doesn't, then what happens? I feel like he should go down and sign the paperwork. There should be some kind of paperwork. He should be accountable and be like, yeah, I'm the piece of shit. But go down and write, and then no child support. You decide to keep it. He didn't want to.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. And press F to fail. This is one of those things where it's like, hey, if you decide, I think both parties have to be, hey, we want to do what's right for the kid. Okay. Hey, and I'm not saying that involves marriage. No. It just means being a involved parent. And if someone says, well, I want to have this kid, and they're like, hey, I don't want a kid, that should be the end of their involvement. And that's monetarily, fiscally. If a woman says, hey, I don't want to have this kid, right? I'm not saying that she should have to have the kid. That's ridiculous. But you can't have a rule for one person and not have the
Right.
same. And the idea of men being able to go, yeah, I don't fucking care, and just walking away, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. But if you
And I
have
mean-
one, you have to
And
have
if
the
you
other
want to
side,
go very
right?
extensive on it, I mean, it's. I mean, we have the technology now, and God knows we have the people. So don't think it isn't a viable fucking solution. It's not the solution, but it's a solution. But for you women who don't want to have the baby and the men want the baby, and you don't want to ruin your bodies or whatever, there is a thing where they take your egg, your whatever, and they place it into another female who can have a baby. They do that shit all the time. That fucking egg swapping and all that horse shit. Fine. Your baby is gone. Go live your life. Here's your fucking Vicodin or your Oxycontin. Bye.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I would rather pay
So-
for that out of my tax dollars than pay for some kid to get mutilated.
So hold on. Okay. I know you're speaking facts, but then make birth control for women for free. I don't think any healthcare should cost anyone fucking anything. I mean, so they're just to be clear.
And that's where our
you guys-
biggest
hold on.
disagreement is.
But this is, I'll tell you why. Let me explain the post. What I'm saying is that, so they're in the US and I'm in Canada. In Canada, we have healthcare. Our healthcare is suffering because it's being abused by people that shouldn't be here. But that's another whole topic of discussion. But the thing is that I don't think
Illegal.
you said it on me. I don't think that education should be profitable to anyone but the people being educated. I don't think that medicine should be profitable to anyone but doctors and people gaining their health back. That's what should be profitable. And in turn, like, and education, education was the other one. Should be free. Should be free. There should no, it shouldn't be a thing.
Well, at this point, education damn near is free, and they're saying that it's going to be propaganda and it's taking over the world. I mean,
Yeah.
you haven't seen like the new robots that Melania brought out. They were specifically made as teachers. They said you could have any information, any history, any whatever, all translated right there, personalized, spoken, and you can see it. They can project whatever, or you can just see it on their face.
Yes.
You know
Hey,
how much
on-
now how many of the lies will be exposed, and how many kids will be exposed to new lies?
Fair. Chris says, my cousin got 5 vasectomies. They failed and sued the NHS. He can't get hard. He can't get hard? Bro.
It happens when you get old anyway.
Yeah, but hey, so this is the thing, is not being able to get hard is has health ramifications too, right? Like those are early warning signs for other issues, and it's a thing, right? So in the same sense, but if he's like can't, bro, that's I wouldn't just sue them. I would take the NHS for everything. How dare you?
See, but there's an easy way to prove that, though. You know, you obviously it's not working with his wife or his significant other. You got to buy a hooker, a very fucking good looking, clean hooker, and then if it don't get hard, then they got an issue.
I mean, they could probably just give him a Viagra and see what happens. But
No,
I'm
that
critical on that.
don't
If you're-
always work.
No,
So
it's
and,
weird.
and you know what? So hold on, this is a good comment. I know we're running up out of time, but I'm critical on that. If you're ready taking the risk, then you should be ready to pay. Giving birth is one of the most risky. I agree with you, but if they're both taking the risk, then they both take the risk, right? And
Right.
yeah, giving birth is risky,
They both
but
have stake
even-
in the game.
and listen, and not to be offensive, but like giving birth, while yes is one of the riskiest things that can happen to a woman, we have doctors, we have medicine, like they will be under care, and also too, there's been nothing wrong ever, and people still die. That's just life,
And
right?
there's no
Oh,
doctor that can fix a broke wallet for
I
the
mean,
men paying child
I'm
support.
100% agreeing with you guys, but I hate being told what I am allowed to. Oh, we're definitely on you on the same page. I hate the government
there,
telling me
yeah.
to do anything. In Germany, I'm not paying a penny. Yeah, Germany, that is because they are missing a certain group of people very early on, and this is one to their benefit, you know. I forgot to tell you my insurance that I gave birth, so the hospital sent me 30 grand bill. I told my insurance and they cover everything. Yeah, see, that's I understand. Before 40, no hard-ons, bro.
Ooh.
That's yeah. That's
Might as well
rough.
just start doing cocaine.
Oh, ton. Hey, I would be probably what 5-10 years. I'd kill myself on booze and drugs. That's what I would do. Hey, I would say, okay, here, listen, I'm putting money away for family and whatever like that after my settlement. The rest, I'm just gonna go piss away, just walk the streets and just.
My dick don't work no more. Fuck it.
It's only for decoration. I'm in therapy for a year. Never stopped. Therapy's covered too. My son's a special need child, as mentioned, needing lots of medication, surgery done by clinics. Yeah. So the healthcare system is very absolutely. Which and you know what? I love that people who are in difficulty like that, because having special needs means you need more attention, and it's also not necessarily an environment where you need more medical attention. You know, you just need more attention. You need more people involved because it's a lot of fucking work, right?
The biggest problem is people see people that actually need it, get it for them and get it well, that they put themselves in positions that they have to get it for free because they want what they want. It's ridiculous.
That's the stupid thing. And you know what? Marco has a great story about this with regards to his kids, where he was earning $1 too much. And they were like, well, you have to quit your job. And you're like, what are you talking? What the fucking planet does that make any fucking sense?
$1, and it was just on paper. Because supposedly their mother was supposed to pay child support, which was very below the amount. But that's neither here nor there. On paper, it said $1 too much. And my special needs child and my 2 daughters who had to go through therapy and shit, all were going to get kicked off their medical. I gave 2 fucks less about my own, about whatever. But I was worried about a job that I fucking loved, a job that I stayed loyal to, a job that I was there, you know, and it wasn't the best paying job in the world, but hey, that was my job.
You were happy.
Yeah.
And
happiness is what matters.
The worst thing in the world was the place who ran the medical shared a door with the place the child support place, who knew I wasn't getting any of this money regardless.
Yeah. Like, that's so dumb.
Dude.
I'll never understand that.
My son he's on his 4th time trying to get Social Security because he can barely walk from getting shot. And he's been denied every time.
Which is insane. This is okay. So
yeah,
you should get a lawyer and make sure they're got a little hat on them. On the other side, I have a friend that had a very bad accident on a motorcycle. She lost her arm. She had to prove that she's still missing her arm in the insurance to get a prosthetic. See, that's the problem is insurance. Insurance companies having any authority to do anything are the problem. That's 100%. Dude, I'm crying over the price. Hey, how much are gas prices over there? So, what are you guys per gallon?
$3.69, I think.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
In Youngstown area.
I think it's $3.59 down the street and $3.99 up the street. So that's about the average, $3.69.
Okay, so that's 3 1/4. And you said, hold on, 3. What was the amount?
$3.69.
$3.69. Okay, so $3. $3.69 divided by 3.78. So you're paying 97 cents per liter, American. So what's the dollar at right now? Do you know? To Canadian.
It's like $1.02, I think, or something like that. We have to pay $1.02 to get your dollar, I think. Something like that.
Hold on, give me 1 second here. It's $1.40.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been in Niagara Falls.
UK get a bedroom tax. They tax any spare rooms you have. If you rent, they were taxing people with disabilities. They need equipment to keep them alive. Bro, I remember when they were doing if you had a TV, you had to pay for the BBC and stuff, and you're just like, you had to pay a fee, and it's like, well, I don't have a computer, and it just looked, and you use it for TV.
I
and
just seen some fuck shit that the prince or the king now or whatever won't address some kind of British holiday, but he is gonna do an address for the Muslim, whatever the fuck.
That's probably Keith Starmer. It wouldn't be the king.
No, it was the king. That's what fucked me up. It was the
That's
king.
insane.
Chuck, the one who the chick died under the bridge.
Charles.
The
King
Arab.
Charles.
Yeah,
That's
King Charles.
Diana.
Hold on one second. Hold on. I gotta do some math. So like 270. So I'm in Canada. We have liters in the metric system. Don't worry, we're good. And I'm also Greek, so we're on the same page.
So what do
So
you guys
she's
pay
paying-
per liter?
So right now I'm paying $1.75 per liter, and you're paying $1.20 per liter.
So you pay.
They're
like
paying-
$4.25, yeah.
Yeah, so they're paying €270 per liter, which will be let me see here. Let me just type it in. Let me see here is so €1 is 87 euro cents. So if it was 270, so 2.7, so they're paying 311 per liter, which means per gallon would be
So America
Right.
isn't getting hit damn near at
No.
all by this whole thing as compared to the rest of the
No.
world.
Well, see, we
let me see. So hold on, 311 times by 3.78. So they're paying so at 270 per liter, she's paying $11.75 American per liter. Per gallon.
that's like double, more than double.
Could it triple?
No,
185.9. Oh, that's shit.
Dude,
Per-
did you see
per
that Trump said, "Fuck you guys, you can get your own oil."
yeah. I don't know, man.
we only
Listen.
got like
Oh, dude.
This is the stupid part about it is why are you using oil from did no one see this coming? From the 70s, Israel has been talking shit about Iran, be like, any moment they will have nuclear weapons.
Well,
Whatever, man.
there's
Hey,
something that
why
I
is
just
anyone
came
taking anything?
across. There's
Hit me.
something that I just came across that kind of tied weird things together. We talked about Israel's Iron Dome, and we talked about Trump wanting to build the Golden Dome, which just might be there, which was the Ronald Reagan Corral. But apparently, Rubio came out and said that the Iran had their own type of dome
20.
technologies or whatever, and that's what the whole thing was. They were putting that out first before they started doing their nuke shit again. Now with all the fucking missiles that are all like magically appeared out the sand, he might be damn near right. He might be right, but again, why don't and I am by far not on the side of the Sand People or the Star Smurfs. Just letting anybody know. I could say fuck the whole litter box. But why, if the Star Smurfs could have a dome, they could have an Iron Dome, and we could have a Golden Dome, they can't have like a flying carpet or some shit like that. I'm trying to figure that out. Like, what's wrong with their dome? What's wrong with that? I mean, it ain't even a dome. It's in the fucking mountains. It's kind of like a half circle.
Listen,
This is a question, a legit question I have. If we completely destroyed their navy, how are they stopping us from getting through the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, we we took out the big naval ships, but
so
their navy consisted of like a bunch of bass boats that are souped up, and they drop fucking mines everywhere. And then after that, they don't care whether they make it back to shore or not, as long as they drop their mines.
So to put in perspective, I know we're going back and forth between a few things here.
Mhm.
So for Chris, he would be paying $7.75 per gallon.
Holy fuck!
So
American.
he's paying and then press F to fail is paying like almost $12 USD per gallon. We are paying, let me see here, US to Canadian. So I'm doing 0.7 1.77. So 1.27 times 3.78. I'm paying $4.80 American per gallon. So yes, you guys have the best situation going on. This I gotta say this because this is actually a press have to fail. This made me laugh a lot. We still pay for TV even if we don't use it. They're saying the equipment is already there. So I asked the authorities if I could receive child benefit before I even had children. When I said I didn't have any, they were confused. I said, well, the equipment is already there.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
You ain't
President
wrong.
Bill. That
Bravo.
was top tier humor.
Bravo.
Top tier humor.
Yes,
Bravo.
nice.
Based on a real story. Even better. Even better. I could
That's
stretch that
where the
into
best jokes
2 minutes.
come from.
That is fucking great.
Germany is run one is run by Mr. Burns. 2, Putin offered to get cheap gas. Germany refused just to get Russian gas over fifth party and paying 8,000%. Listen, hey,
800.
there's no listen. I'm not saying that the Russians are the good guys. Okay. I'm not even saying that the Germans are the good guys right now. What I am saying is
They get a
everyone
bad
is
rap.
everyone
They get a
else
bad
in the
rap.
whole world, everyone in the whole world is doing backdoor deals to get shit done. You know what? It'd be nice if one government somewhere in the planet actually started doing things to benefit their citizenry instead of just benefiting their pockets. I'm just saying, theoretically, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Maybe I'm a dreamer.
You know, Putin, I will say one thing about Putin. He has been pretty shitty to the gays, but that's about it. That's the only really bad thing that I see ever being talked about. He's a genocide. Where? You know, how many years, just like we did with Iran, how many years did fucking Putin tell these people, look, we don't want bases here. Look, we don't want biolabs here. Look, we don't want bases here. We don't want biolabs here. We don't want year after year, president after president. And finally, somebody crossed the line and he said, fuck it. So what same thing with America. Somebody crossed the line. Somebody said some shit about Trump's hair or piece or whatever. And he was like, fuck them.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, though this number one, love the name Ploppin' Sloppies. Top tier name. Says all this because Israel is blackmailing pedophiles who happen to have convinced half the country they aren't the swamp. Bro, that's a lot to unpack. I'll tell you this much. And the funny thing is that the comments are going to reveal this a lot. Hey, you know what we got to start doing is not blackmailing pedophiles, but exposing pedophiles. That's what the world needs. Australia are struggling. They're telling people to use their car down to 3 days working. Yeah. So I think Indonesia and Thailand have moved 2 days a week to be work from home to not use your car.
Did you hear how the World Economic Forum or whatever the fuck they're called? Yeah, the WEF is trying to put a carbon footprint on everything all the way down to your food. Yeah. They want you to only eat, and they put up his hand just like that. That much red meat is allowed to be eaten. Well, if they have their way
per month.
They're talking about, well, we're gonna have bioengineered food, which if you trace that back goes back to Gates and the Magic Island.
Soylent Green.
Yep, that too. That
you want to hear something really funny? Really funny, like funny. I do this very loud, okay? Cows are actually carbon neutral, you bunch of fucking idiots.
But their farts aren't.
Because of what their poop and their eating habits do to the ground that they go over, it replenishes and fertilizes that soil so that it can grow. They are literally carbon neutral. There is,
what they blow out is fixed.
It's a wash. It's a wash.
Covered, yeah.
For whatever they burden, they build up more. So, in my opinion, war isn't necessary. Just put the old guys wanting to fight in a room and lock them for 1 versus 1, or a rap battle would work for me as well. Whatever they decide. So why make others fight? Oh, listen. If you are part of the part of the government, and you say yes to going to war, one person in your family, don't care who, do not care who, one person in your family has just got enlisted. That's it. I don't care if it's a child, a grandparent, don't care. But as soon as you
back
say
in
yes,
the day, our presidents were in the war. Our presidents fucking fought in the fucking wars and shit.
who was the last? So I remember
Eisenhower.
Bill Clinton was a draft dodger.
Eisenhower.
Who before him? Everyone served.
Eisenhower.
Didn't Nixon try to do some kind
Eisenhower.
of draft dodging?
Eisenhower.
No, they were dodging Nixon's draft.
Eisenhower was the last military
Yeah.
president, I think.
50-50, they would give me the money, so I had nothing to end. It's a good joke. It's a top tier joke. Joke, what's the Jewish kid is doing on a swing? Oh, I want to hear the punchline. Please do. But AOC wants to tax cow farts. She will forever be known as cow
Hey,
farts.
no. I have to give it to AOC. I have to give it to the moron. She got two now. The first one is she got pushed through whatever bill to stop the AI porn with the kids and shit like that.
Sure.
Bravo. Idiot got a good one. Second one, she's denouncing and stopping her part in any kind of support for the fucking Star Smurfs.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It's been all over the fucking headlines.
Yeah, I don't get news in Canada.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
in a
no,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, so
You're
hold
in
on.
the blackout area.
Milligan. So Bush served, not
Senior did.
No, he
Senior.
didn't.
I
No,
thought
but didn't
Senior
the young
did.
one too?
No, I don't think he
thought-
did. No, I don't think either one
Well,
of
the
them.
senior definitely killed people with his bare hands. He was in the CIA. He was
Yeah.
like the CIA guy.
I don't think either one of them, because they were both oil.
No, Bush Senior had different ties. We all know that one. And it's even rumored that the Bush kids might not even be the Bush kids because while he was out killing people, Mama Bush was fucking Aleister Crowley.
Which makes it way worse.
Yeah, look that up. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to fall into.
Drusky is hilarious. Is he though? I'm not saying he's not creative.
No,
Is
he found his
hilarious?
niche and he got his
Ooh.
15 minutes of fame.
You're
Drusky,
right.
the guy who, hey,
Yeah.
listen, I'll be honest with you. When he came out as Erica Kirk, I laughed a lot because immediately I was like, oh, he's doing Erica Kirk. That's funny.
Yeah.
I had to figure out who the fuck Drusky was, and I was like, oh yeah, I know who that guy.
Yeah,
is.
nobody knew who the
couldn't
fuck he
tell.
was until he fucking did that.
George
But I couldn't tell.
George H.W. Bush was a naval aviator during World War II.
No, so the old
Hey,
man
hey.
was it.
Yes.
Hey,
He was the
Hey, he
last
killed-
president.
he killed for thrill of the game, bro. That's teasing the sniper, bro. That was what's the Jewish kid doing on a swing, teasing the sniper.
Oh,
Inappropriate.
but it's funny. That's
did
the
you-
point.
Here's one. How is Caviar and Jeffrey Epstein alike?
Oh no.
They both come
How?
on little crackers.
Okay, did you ever had thought about what would happen if the guy who named the walkie-talkie named other things? For example, pregnancy test would be maybe baby, a stamp would be a sticky. Those are very funny. No, he's not. Who is not? You can't say no, he's not, but not reference who we're saying. Ridiculous. Your mom's house? That doesn't even make sense. Lamps, lightly brighter, defibrillator, heart start. I don't know what that means. Oh, those are all emojis. Thank you, press to fail from thing. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it there, guys. We're 20 minutes over. Jesus, this is payment for the other day when you fucking held me for like 35 minutes.
Hey,
Your
we're good.
mom,
I'm
easy peasy. Also part of a joke.
We go another 45. I don't give a
Oh.
fuck.
Was no, he's not. Was for the teasing the sniper. Did I know that the teasing the sniper one? I'll be honest with you. I owe you for the joke about you have the equipment. Top tier joke.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Drusky,
Finally
no, he's
crafted.
not. Oh, it's
Finally
Drusky, not
crafted.
funny. Oh yeah, that's true. That was top tier crafting. Anyways, I'm gonna be back on Sunday with Generation Dan, then Monday with Morning Motivation Rant, then motherfucking Mondays, then movie night where we're doing Missing in Action Part 3, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Never seen it.
I've never seen. I didn't even know that there was a 3. I'll be honest with you.
I thought he killed all the Asians last time and the black guy.
I mean, yeah. Can I borrow some shekels? I don't have shekels, sir. I have drachmas, and they will cut you. Why can't I sub? I'm not sure, but if you go, so my YouTube channel is the same. It's Dino the Genetic Marvel, and you can see all our shows, but we do through YouTube. But I will always broadcast to Thing. So please do.
Yeah,
Everyone,
check
have a
out
great
Upside
night.
Down Studios because we do shows
Absolutely.
on there too.
Please do. Yeah. All right. We'll see everybody soon.